Hey everyone, this is the Brown Muslim Economist, and today I'm going to be talking about Islamophobia. This is actually part 2, but also part 1, as you guys will shortly find out. But before I begin, let me tell you that this channel is actually becoming fairly well known here in Toronto. I mean, just last night at the subway, somebody yelled out to me, "Hey you fucking brown Muslim?" Huh? I mean, I did think it was a rather weird way to show his affection for the character, and he did forget my last name, Economist, but I'll take whatever I can get, okay? But there's really something about being both brown and a Muslim that seem to stir up people's passions. If you're a brown non-Muslim, you might have it rough sometimes, but you get to have beer and pork to get over it, so screw you. If you're a white Muslim, you're basically white, and that's all that counts. As Tom, my office mate, told me recently, I would have found life much easier if I was a white little Muslim girl instead of being a brown Muslim guy. But that doesn't make sense to me. Last time I checked, white little Muslim girls were joining ISIS in droves. Some of them do not even know what they're getting themselves into. They probably think they'll get to attend some killer parties. They have a point, as in it is a party for killers. But there's something about being at the intersection of brown and Muslim that make other people reach out for their phone and dial 911. But they're not supposed to dial 911. There was a new idea floated by the ex-Prime Minister Harper of Canada in the last elections, and the idea was having a barbaric practices hotline. The purpose of this hotline was to report barbaric practices of your Muslim neighbors. Yes. Unfortunately, he lost the election and it never went live. I say unfortunately because the moment that hotline went live, I would be on it like a fly and I would demand to know why aren't there any hand showers in the public washrooms here in Canada. People living in Bangladesh will know exactly what I'm talking about. There are precious few things that you can clean using a dry tissue paper. Do you understand how hard that makes it for me to go outside to camp for 2 to 3 days? That is a barbaric practice right there. Now that the context has been set, I'm going to append part 1, which is my stand-up performance on Islamophobia. Thanks for watching. Peace from the Brown Muslim Economist. Take care. Bye-bye. So I called a restaurant the other day and I asked, "Do you serve halal?" And I just knew the other guy on the other side of the line was thinking, here we have another brown homophobic bastard. Our high-margin pork is going to waste tonight. Because that is the lot that we have to deal with as brown Muslims. People assume that you are homophobic if you're a brown Muslim. And if you're not homophobic, they assume you must be homosexual. I'm a brown Muslim. I'm neither homosexual nor homophobic. I know Muslims who are a bit of both. But that's just our lot in life, okay? It's hard being a brown Muslim. I mean, just think about it. You see a brown bearded guy getting on the subway and you can just hear a sharp intake of breath throughout the entire compartment. And then they see a tattoo just beneath the beard on their neck and there's like a huge sigh of relief. Okay, this guy is not a Muslim. That's what everybody's thinking. The traditionally scary guys are what we have to be aspired to become for us not to be scary to you. That is what Muslims have been reduced to right now. And I learned this firsthand at my department. So lots of Chinese people at my department, they're great with the exception of one douchebag. He sent out an email a few months ago trying to get all of us to vote to not allow refugees to come into Canada, and his rationale was patently Islamophobic. So here's a guy who does not talk with anyone, who spends his day down in the basement, who probably has a pillow for a girlfriend, and he is afraid of people like me. Why am I not afraid of people like him? We Muslims have warped up your standards completely. And I had to come to Canada to be a victim of racism in the hands of a Chinaman. I did not see that coming. I really did not. But, you know, apart from that, the guy is a nice guy. I know that sarcasm is a concept that Chinese people do not really grasp that well, so let me pronounce this out very clearly. That guy is a douchebag of the highest order. I hope his pillow pops the moment he's trying to make sweet love to it. Thanks a lot, folks. I'm the Brown Muslim Economist. I'll see you again. Bye-bye.